Welcome to an episode of the Myrrh-Bearing Millennial Podcast. I'm your host, Jill, and as a full-time homemaker, homesteader, and homeschooling stay-at-home mom, I'm on a mission to help moms find joy and fulfillment in their marriage, motherhood, and business, all while growing deeper in their Christian faith. Each week, we'll discuss relevant topics that I pray will help you strengthen your marriage, gain confidence as a mom, grow a profit to support your family from home, and bring you closer to Christ. As someone who endured childhood trauma, abusive relationships, and has learned the hard way that feminism has been harming women and weakening the family unit more than it's been doing good, I'm here to share with you what's possible, to show you the power that God intended for women, and to help you harness the beauty, grace, and entrepreneurial mind that is the Proverbs 31 woman we all strive to be. So let's get into today's episode. Hello. I am so excited to be here with you today. If you are listening through the podcast, I am just ecstatic because season 2 is officially here. And I'm just so excited. I kind of took a pivot that I wasn't fully expecting at the end of the year. I had started season 2 in November, and I'm honestly kind of scratching it. And we're just going again and starting this over. And so it is January of 2025. And I am beyond excited to dive into this with you. I'm also excited to announce that if you're watching this through video, this is technically my first official YouTube video, even though my actual YouTube, like the content I'm making specifically for YouTube, doesn't release until Friday. But all of my podcast episodes now are recorded through video. So this is going up on YouTube. So like, hey, YouTube, I'm excited to be here. And I want to encourage any moms who are listening to this, who have been trying to decide if they want to start a podcast or a YouTube channel. We're going to be talking a lot about building a brand today and the business side of what I do. And I just want to encourage you, like, please go do it. I'm literally doing this in my little closet office with some microphones that I have had, and I've been building up to doing this. I'm recording my YouTube video on an old phone of my husband's that we just have. And I have a mirror placed behind it so I can kind of see it. And I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're just going with it. And I want to encourage you to do the same. Start messy, because if you don't start messy, you're never going to start at all. It's never going to be perfect. And yeah, that's enough of me rambling. We need to dive into today's episode. So today I am talking about why building an online brand is the key to financial freedom for moms in 2025. And this is something that I'm really excited to talk about with you guys today and share this kind of pivot that I'm taking in my business. I'm sharing more of the business side in my content this year. This is something that I think all moms should learn and could really benefit from, because there's a big shift happening in today's world. And this shift has been coming for a while. There's a wave, right? And if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I am a Christian conservative. So I hope that this comes at no surprise. But there is a huge wave happening in our society, okay? Conservative values have been voted into the United States, which is super exciting. The other part of this that we're seeing is traditional values are following behind it, because they kind of almost go hand in hand, not completely, but kind of. And they're following in behind it. We're seeing this big wave of families, of young couples, young married couples turning back to traditional values, seeking traditional religion and Christ, and just wanting to turn back, go back to what was working long time ago before we decided to change everything with the woke agendas and modern feminism and everything else. And one of the biggest things I'm seeing in the mom world is that a lot of moms want to come home. They want to be home with their babies. And we saw this first big shift in 2020, right? Before COVID, honestly, homeschooled families weren't as popular. They, were still kind of looked weird upon if you were homeschooled. And then 2020 happens, COVID happens. And all of a sudden, all these kids have to go home. And we saw this huge shift in 2020 where families decided they really loved it. Moms loved being home with their kids, and kids really liked being home, and moms were seeing that what their kids were learning in public school wasn't good enough. It was behind, and they were being taught agendas that parents didn't want their kids being taught. And so since 2020, we've seen this massive wave of families turn to homeschooling and more traditional values as well, and moms wanting to come home. But what is the number one biggest reason why moms can't come home? It's because of finances. Because we have made it almost impossible in today's society to live off of one income. And what changed this? The Industrial Revolution and World War II, whenever all of the men went overseas to fight and we put women into work, and then this started to just break down and weaken the family unit because moms weren't home anymore. And so we're sending kids off to school as basically an expensive tax-paid daycare. And moms kept working, and we wanted to keep moms in the work field. And so then kids start learning what the government wants them to learn in school. And the cycle just continues to go on and on and on and on and on until we are here today when moms want to come home. They want to come home. So how do we make this happen with one income? How do we make it so moms can come home? Well, here's the secret. You don't need just one income to live. And I'm not talking about MLMs. In fact, I'm going to share my side as to the crisis that I think is happening in the MLM world here a little bit later in this podcast episode. But I'm not talking about MLMs. I'm not talking about MRR or MMR, whatever that's even called. I'm not talking about any like get rich quick type of scheme. None of that. I'm talking about something solid, something sustainable, something that you get to create yourself and build and love and cultivate into a strong, lasting income for your family that can either substitute, replace, or completely multiply whatever income you already had. In fact, a lot of moms are using this to bring their husbands home. And I love this because I'm a huge believer in like the family business. It's my own personal dream that my brand helps to bring my husband home because we want to have a full-time farm. And then this way he can be home and he can farm and we can run a family business together. I think that's been phenomenal. But not every mom, not every husband wants to do that. So this is really a great way for moms to bring in an extra income, and it's building your own online brand. And I don't feel like this is talked enough. Instead, what we see online is influencers sharing one very specific part of a brand. They talk about creating digital products. They talk about affiliate marketing. They talk about brand collaborations. They talk about one specific piece, which is great. Hone into those influencers, learn that specific thing that they're teaching, right? I'm going to talk about a bunch of it here, but like learn that specific thing. I want to teach you how to take all of it and maximize it and create your own brand. What is a brand? Jill, what are you even talking about with this online brand? Your brand is your unique identity in the digital world. Okay? Think of any mom influencer that you follow. When you open your Instagram or your YouTube or your TikTok and you start scrolling and mom influencers coming up and you're getting a reel for the latest things that you need to put in your mom car or the latest outfits or the latest guide that you need to buy that gives you 50 activities to set up for your kids. That way you can enjoy your coffee in the morning. That person who created that content, that influencer, has her own brand. How you know her, how you recognize that influencer. You probably know what she's posting, similar stuff in her stories. You probably love the colors she's curated on her feed, the topics that she talks about, the coffee recipes she shares. There's things about her that just attract you to her, and that's why you follow her, because you like certain things that she posts. She has created an entire brand that she shares, and she makes commissions and income off of certain things that she shares throughout her brand, and you have been attracted to her brand. That's what a brand is. Okay, it's your personality, your unique identity in the digital world. The business is the behind the scenes. The business is the mechanics and the gears that are running and making the income and the systems that you put in place. That's the business behind it. All the legal stuff, the taxes, all those things, that's all behind it. And we will talk about that too. I want to show you why building an online brand, I believe, is the number one way for moms to truly achieve financial freedom from home in 2025 and moving forward. Okay, so why is a brand the choice, right? Why is this the key to financial freedom? 4 reasons. First, flexibility. You're a mom. Your time is so precious and so valuable. You need something that can be flexible with your time. I'm currently building my own brand in the wee hours of the morning and then the late hours at night. It is 7:30 at night. I have a one-on-one coaching call in 1 hour. My husband has my 2 kids off at Vespers at church right now, and I've got the baby asleep in her crib. I'm cranking out this episode from my little tiny closet office at 7:30 at night, because this is when I have a chance to do this right now. The flexibility that it offers. Because I'm doing this at 7:30 at night, I was able to homeschool my daughter this morning and make home-cooked meals today and clean the house and be with them all day long. The flexibility that an online brand offers is unlike any other. When my kids are sick, like we just got through coming through the stomach flu, I was able to be fully attentive with them no matter what they needed. I didn't have to call off or use PTO time or worry about upsetting a boss. I could just be with my kids. There is no other job out there that offers this kind of flexibility. The second is scalability, the income potentials. This is an issue I see across the board with 9-to-5 jobs, with MLMs. There's like a cap on income levels that you can make. And that's not the case with your own online brand. Why? Because you're leveraging so many different roadways, essentially, of income, if you want to. You're maximizing multiple streams of income. And there's no one telling you you're making too much. You can sell as much as you want. You can offer as much as you want. You can serve as much as you want. And you will make as much as you can. As much as you possibly can, as much work as you put into your business, that's what you get out of it. There's no one telling you there's a glass ceiling, because there's not. It's pretty cool. The third reason is creative outlet. Okay, there's a lot of us moms who love to get creative in certain ways. Maybe you really like to cook and you have cool recipes that you could show in a cool way on your phone that's really unique. Do it. Go for it, right? Some other moms are really great at narration, telling stories. Get on there. Share those stories to the world. They're wanting to hear them. I promise they're wanting them. So many different ways that moms can use their nurturing and creative brains to cultivate something beautiful that other moms and women can benefit from with your online brand. And the fourth reason is the low startup costs. Unlike a brick and mortar or traditional business that one would start, there's really low startup costs. You can start as minimal as you want. And there's a reason I'm filming my first official YouTube video on an old iPhone, because I want to show how this is possible to do with minimal technology. I'm using GarageBand for my podcast recorder on my laptop. I have a Yeti microphone that I saved up for. You can get a simple microphone online and keep it as simple as humanly possible. I want to show you like the minimal cost. I think I spend $180 a month in my online expenses, but that's because I automate everything. You don't have to do that either. I have Flowdesk and ManyChat and StanStore that I pay for out of my business for my business expenses, and it helps me streamline part of my business. But in the beginning, I didn't have any of that. You don't have to have any of that. And so the low startup costs are what make this feasible for moms to be able to do and start quickly, so that way they can grow it at the speed that they're wanting to grow it and get home with their kiddos without worrying about spending a ton of money for upkeep, but they can make a bunch of money while they're home. Moms are honestly perfect for this, for the online brand world. They are. Why? Because they're natural storytellers. How many times do you find yourself telling some random story of the last thing your kid did while they were trying to go potty? They're natural storytellers, and they're phenomenal at it. And that's one of the best ways that you can connect with your audience, is through storytelling. They're resourceful multitaskers. Motherhood demands us to be able to juggle so many things at once and to be resourceful in everything that we do. And that's going to be necessary in owning your online brand, because you're multitasking your schedule to be able to do this while raising babies, able to do this from the beginning with minimal technology, unless you're able to invest in a ton, but I'm saying you don't have to. You're managing content creation, problem solving skills as you're understanding and learning this whole curve of tech, and how to stay organized in doing something completely new. There's also an untapped community. I think it was Gary V that said this, but don't quote me. I think it was Gary V who said there are literally moms who could become millionaires simply by sharing their daily life. By making breakfast in the morning, and they get paid by a brand to show off what they're using in their pancakes, and they get paid $5,000 for this deal to just show off an ingredient they're putting in their pancakes that they're making for their kids in the morning. A mom going live in the mornings will become the next millionaire. And it's so true. There's this huge untapped community. Yes, there's a lot of mom influencers out there, but there's a lot more mom influencers who are needed, because the motherhood world can a lot of times seem so lonely and small. And I think the internet helps us to remind us just how vast and big and beautiful it actually is, and that us mothers can stand together. And we all, every single one of us, has our own unique little thing, little ray of sunshine that we bring to the world that God blessed us with, so that way we can help benefit other moms and women. The heart of connection. Okay, moms crave and just absolutely understand what it means to be connected with other people. And there's no one, I think, who could truly do it better in building an online brand that is absolutely serving their audience to its fullest than a mom. Because a mom understands what it means to want that type of connection from someone. Your experiences, your natural resourceful abilities, your multitasking skills, your solution providing capabilities are what make you perfect for building an online brand. But we need to overcome some fears with this, right? First of all, are you not tech savvy? Guess what? Neither am I. I try. I YouTube so much stuff, it's not even funny to try and find answers for things, okay? We're all not tech savvy. That's okay. I guarantee you YouTube it, you'll find an answer for it. All right, that's just an excuse. We're going to put that behind us and we're going to move forward. Okay, we're going to figure it out. 2025, we're going to figure it out. Okay, go on YouTube, Google what your tech problem is. YouTube will teach you for free. It's pretty cool. I don't have the time. The whole reason you want to do this is to make more time with your family. It all comes down to your priorities. You have to say no to something. You have to make time for what's important. Is it so vitally important that you come home and be with your kids? Then you will make time for the content creation. You'll make time for building your brand, for selling what it is that you want to provide your community. You will make the time. Overcoming imposter syndrome. I get it. Literally get it. I'm sitting here right now, one day post stomach flu, finally recording season 2 of my podcast that I've been wanting to put out for over a year now. Getting my first official YouTube video out here that I've, again, been wanting to do for, years. And I feel like a total fraud. But we need to just do it. This is something I'm so passionate about and that I want to build, and that is deeply rooted in me, that I want to share with other moms and help connect other moms and help them understand why this is going to be so beneficial for their lives. I have to do it. I have to do this. I have to step into the person that I want to be so I can become that person. Okay? I'm sitting here in my little closet office talking to you, and I'm pretending that I'm the person that I want to be, so that way I am the person, so that way I become the person that I want to be. Okay? Does that make sense? We're going to overcome imposter syndrome. We're just going to do it. And the fear of rejection or failure. Listen, I just got ripped to shreds in some comments on a thread the other day. Trolls are out there. There are negative people out there. Your family, your friends. It's hard. It's hard navigating this. I won't lie. There are some big mindset things you have to overcome in order to fully step into owning your own brand, growing it, and thriving. Okay? But we can overcome those fears together. All right. You just keep following along. Check out like one-on-one coaching if you want, but keep doing it. Keep showing up. All right. And that fear of rejection or failure will eventually go away. But truthfully, that fear of rejection or failure is just holding you back from doing what it is that you want to do. So, for your online brand, there are a couple things I want to discuss that this is not, okay? This is not that MRR thing that's going around. Honestly, I don't know much about it. I just know that it was talked a lot about as being a get-rich-quick scheme, and we're not all about that over here, okay? So it's not that. So you have your brand, and when you have your brand, then you figure out your income streams, and there's so many different income streams that are available whenever it comes to an online brand. And these include digital products, affiliate marketing, coaching and like one-on-one coaching, webinars, online monetization. Monetization means getting paid for ads that gets put on your content. Brand collaborations. These are all different streams of revenue that you can leverage within your online brand, okay? Another income stream you can leverage, but I want to talk about first, is MLM, or multi-level marketing. There is this shift happening in the MLM world, okay? And if you're someone who's been affected by this shift recently, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. I completely understand. As someone who started off her entrepreneurial journey almost a decade ago in the MLM world, it is shocking to see what's happening. And I don't know what's going to come from it. I don't know if this is going to happen to every MLM. I don't know if this is the end of MLMs or what's going to happen. But in case you don't know and you're like, Jill, what the heck are you talking about? In the MLM world, there's quite a few big brands out there that have recently switched to an affiliate marketing business model. This means any of the influencers or top ranked people within that MLM who were growing teams and were thriving and doing so well with building community and working with people lost a huge stream of income. It literally destroyed livelihoods because they switched fully to an affiliate, which an affiliate marketing model is you just earn a percentage off of commissions sold, okay? So, your commissions are the percentage of the sale, all right? Whereas a lot of people in the MLM world, they make a massive amount of their money from their teams and Power of Three and Unilevel and those different types of commission models. Some of these big MLMs have switched to affiliate marketing models, which is just destroying livelihoods. And I don't know if it's going to happen for every MLM out there. I still personally rep an MLM called Believe. I really love their nootropic coffee, but I don't build teams. I just really like the product, so I support the product. But I'm sorry for what's happening in the MLM world. Here's my take with MLMs. If you're a mom who wants to grow an online brand, and let's say you already have been repping an MLM, or there's one that you really like that you want to support, that's fine. My issue with MLMs is that the business is taught like you're supposed to share it like it's a product you created. It's a product you own. You don't. You don't own the product, okay? Share it like an affiliate, all right? If you want to grow a team, that's fine. Go for it. I caution you slightly with it because of what we've been seeing. Treat the product like an affiliate product. You're not going to love every single product that MLM company puts out. You're just not. Share the products that you don't like and why you don't like them. Be honest with your community on certain products that you're taking and products that you're not. And treat it like an affiliate product, because that's what it is. You make a percentage off of your sales, which is the commission that you earn, right? That's an affiliate product. You don't own that product. You don't earn 100% of the profits. Share it like an affiliate. Okay, so how do we do this, Jill? How do we start our own brands in 2025? All right, so let me break down these simple steps for you, okay? So the first thing is define your niche. What are you passionate about and how can you help others? Okay, then we're gonna set simple and realistic goals. Focus on progress over perfection. Build reality goals and vanity goals. Vanity goals are good because they're something to look forward to, but they're not something you have control over. You want to create actionable goals, ones that you actually have control over. So for example, your vanity goal could be, I want to have 10,000 followers on Instagram. Your reality, your actionable goal is, I'm going to post 4 times a week on Instagram to reach that many followers. Okay. So one that you can control. All right. Then you're going to choose your platforms. They are saying that in 2025, YouTube is the place to be. I don't know what's happening with the TikTok ban at this current moment. We don't know what's happening. We're just going to leave it up in the air, and I'll talk more about TikTok after we get past January 19th. At this moment, though, YouTube is, everyone's talking about it being the platform that everyone's coming back to. It does have the highest payout for monetization for creators, and long form content is showing to be making a massive comeback. So I do recommend getting on YouTube if that's something you want to do. Definitely, at least at a minimum, YouTube Shorts. Instagram is a phenomenal nurturing platform. I love the stories function. The many chat automations are wonderful. Instagram's wonderful for nurturing. You have Pinterest. Pinterest is a search engine. Use it like a search engine. It will help drive people to what your offers are and to your other platforms as well. But pick your primary platform, and then you also, I would recommend having a community platform. So Facebook groups or Patreon are both wonderful options. But choose your platforms. Then you're going to establish your systems, okay? The systems, again, are those gears and those mechanics working in the background. And this is going to look like having Flowdesk for your email marketing, StanStore for your website that sells all your offers, handles your payouts, and so forth. ManyChat for all your automations, which is whenever someone like comments on the bottom of your reel, a keyword, and then it automatically DMs them your product. Yeah, that's an automation. That's done through ManyChat. It's a wonderful resource. And Zapier, which can connect anyone who purchases something on your StanStore, so that way their information automatically gets sent into your audiences in Flowdesk. That's another type of behind the scenes automation, okay? But you want to establish your systems. Create a content plan. How are you going to attack this? How are we going to grow your brand? Okay. Strategically, we break it into 4 pillars that we talk about the most in your brand. And we want educational content, promotional content, inspirational content, and behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is always fun. It makes you more relatable as a mom, right? And then this leads us to our final step, which is the most important step of all when it comes to growing your brand: being consistent. Consistency is what will lead to success. You might hear crickets for a while. It might be slow growth for a little while. But if you are consistent in showing up, it won't be for long. We want to stay consistent in being engaged with our community, growing our community, and sharing what it is that we have to offer with our community. So, we're building a brand in 2025. Right, moms? This is what we're doing. I'm doing it with you, and I'm kind of starting from scratch. I built a successful sourdough brand last year, and I stepped away from sourdough. So I'm doing this with you. Follow along on the journey. If you want to see someone from the very beginning starting to do this, then click follow, okay? I've got a few resources that I think could really benefit you. I have a free guide that literally kind of goes over what we just talked about, called Why Building an Online Brand is the Key to Financial Freedom for Moms. See the link in the show notes and grab that free guide. If you're ready and you're wanting to do this and start building your online brand for 2025, then I have the guide that will walk you through exactly how to do this. And it's called the Ultimate Step-by-Step Guide for Building Your Online Brand. The link is in the show notes, so you can grab it. It will walk you through everything you need to do, including the legal stuff in the beginning for setting up your business. And then it has a complete workbook in the back of it that walks you through step-by-step how to start your business and grow it into a thriving brand online. That complete guide is available and currently on sale for the month of January. So click the link in the show notes to grab that guide today so you can start doing this today and building an income from home while raising your babies. Now, if you're wanting even more individualized one-on-one coaching, someone to kind of hold your hand as you walk through the trenches of the very beginning processes of doing this, or maybe you've been building a brand for years and you just need someone to help gain some clarity and focus and just to help you actually take it to the next level, again, see the link in the show notes and you can grab one of my one-on-one coaching call spots, okay? I offer 6 weeks of one-on-one coaching and I only have 5 spots available per month and I currently only have 2 left for January. So go grab one of those spots now while those are also on sale for this month and get into the one-on-one coaching, all right? This is your year, Mom. This is your year. You can do this. I'm so excited for you. God He has this big plan for you. And if this is something that has been on your heart for so long, I encourage you, take that leap of faith and step forward into it because the world is waiting for you to create your identity in the digital world. Okay? There are other moms waiting to hear from you. And this is your year to make that happen. While you're home with your babies, it's time to do this, okay? All right, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. I'm so excited and I can't wait to chat with you again next week. Catch you later. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you loved what you heard today, please give the show a rating, share it to your Instagram, and be sure to tag me. This will help the show reach more moms just like you. If you're curious about any of my resources, be sure to click the link in the show notes and feel free to email me at jillhughes@myrrhbearingmillennial.com. That's all for now, and we'll chat again soon. God bless.